Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in the Wild podcast. You know how sometimes listeners, I guess our listeners don't know this because we always redo it. Sometimes I say the wrong podcast name. I'm going to
Yeah,
expose myself.
and it's embarrassing.
It's really extremely
You also
embarrassing.
say the wrong podcast name when we're just talking about our podcast
Yeah,
that we've slaved over for, dare I say, almost 10 months.
almost a year.
Actually, a year now. And mentally, we've been slaving over this podcast for about 2.5,
You know,
but
so weird that you say that because earlier today I was thinking, I can't believe our podcast hasn't even been around for a year. Like, I feel like this has been a part of our lives for such a long time now.
yeah, it's because we've been praying on it, honestly.
Yeah.
Manifesting this for
Yeah.
quite some time.
We have a
So,
lot of hours of work in this podcast.
you all have no idea. You don't know how it is.
You don't know how it
But
is.
you know, everybody's got to start somewhere. And we're in it for the long haul. So,
You put work into things that are priorities to you, and you guys are
so
priorities
real.
to us.
So real. Love you all. My dad would say, please stop talking about the podcast right now. Come closer and we can make an actual heart.
Oh, it must look different for us because
Oh,
it didn't look like it on mine. I wonder if it's going to be close on the video.
probably not.
Your dad doesn't like when we talk about the podcast inside the
No, because we
podcast.
talk about it every week.
We're
Like,
breaking,
nothing's changed in the last 7 days.
we're breaking the fourth wall. We
Yeah.
love to talk about the fact that we have a podcast on our podcast.
Yep.
It's the most interesting thing about us.
Anywho, have you done anything exciting this week?
No, I've had a very busy week. I've just been working on my memo, my first assignment due tomorrow. When this episode comes out, will be the day it's due. And I've just been working on that pretty much nonstop. So
You've been memoing.
yeah.
Awesome.
Hopefully they're gonna get the memo, if you know what I mean, when I turn it in.
No, I literally hope they do.
Me too.
And they better give you a good grade. I don't know how that works, but
I won't get into it like I did
Okay.
last week, but
give it at least 2 weeks before we hear a whole nother rundown about how
before I give you
school.
another 20-minute rundown.
Right. I was gonna say, oh, also, tomorrow is the big day. You're
That
coming home.
Yeah, that I'm coming. So fall break. Luckily, I can turn my memo in, and then it's fall break, and I get a little bit of a break. A little bit, tiny, itty bitty bit of a break. But I am coming home for the first time, which is very exciting. I will say I'm a little nervous because as we've noticed on the podcast, all I can talk about is law school. Like, literally, it consumes my brain. Obviously, like, it's what I'm doing every day. But I've been talking to only people in law school, except for, like, you, obviously, and, like, Ryan.
Okay. We have a weekly podcast where we sit down and talk. And am I in law school?
And we just talk on our own time.
Sometimes, yeah.
But it really, like, I know that I am gonna talk about it too much to people who don't care, but I can't help it. Like, it's all consuming, you know?
Yeah. And that's just human nature. You've got to talk about yourself.
It's so true.
Yeah, we've been over it.
People
We've been
love
over
to
it.
talk about themselves, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good way to connect with people by talking about them.
Right.
What have you been up to?
I just finished last night. I finished my, little stretch of 3 night shifts. But before that, my cousin got married on Saturday. So, well, like this past Saturday. And it was so beautiful. They got married like at their house. They live honestly in the most perfect location. They live like up on a hill and it overlooks the lake and the mountains and stuff.
Aw.
It's so pretty. But they got married and then they had their little reception. They had a huge tent in their backyard. It was just beautiful, which I expected absolutely nothing less. But I do have to expose my father and tell you what happened.
Oh no.
So
Is he the preacher?
yeah, my dad married them. And my dad, and I quote, said that he would rather do a funeral than a wedding. He hates doing weddings.
Hey?
But obviously, like, he does them, It's just a lot of pressure. You don't want to mess up someone else's day.
Yeah.
But he gave them a warning. He's like, just so you know, I will mess something up. Something will go wrong. So, In the line of work that my father does, he does not wear a wedding band because works with electricity, safety problems, so he literally hasn't wore all of his wedding rings from his multiple different wives.
Lord.
He hasn't worn a wedding ring in, like, years. So, he left early, and me and my mom were coming, and calling a little later, and he calls my mom and was like, "Hey, I didn't wear my wedding band, can you find it?" Because he didn't wanna, like, give people the idea that they're, like, going through something or something, like, show up
So
without a wedding
does
ring.
he wear it, like, to church and stuff?
No, he doesn't wear one.
But he just at this wedding, he was gonna
Yes,
wear it.
yeah.
Okay.
So, my mom, like, searched forever. She finally found it. She almost gave up, but she finally found it. So, we bring it, my parents, are putting on this persona that they're happily married. Kidding. They are, guys, I promise. So, the
Making
wedding
everybody think
starts.
they're happily married.
Yeah, they're gonna kill me. So the wedding starts. It's so sweet. Like, everybody's crying. It's so emotional.
Aw.
Like, my dad was crying. Like, it was so sweet. So, like, the ceremony's going so beautifully. And then, like, they didn't have anyone stand up there with she had bridesmaids and they had groomsmen, but they, like, went and sat down during the prayer. So it was just them up there. So someone brought the rings up to my dad, and my dad had a book and they placed it in it. So my dad's, like, about to give them the rings. One of them falls on the ground, and they cannot find it.
No, how long is this?
Oh, for the rest of the ceremony. So my dad had, like, nonchalantly taken off his wedding band and, like, placed it in the book, and so he gave Marina his wedding band to put on Keaton's finger. I didn't even notice. I thought they had, like, I thought it was an illusion. I was like, they must have dropped something else, because they both had bands to put
Yeah.
on. But my dad had taken off his ring under the book and put it up there and gave it to her.
That is so smooth. I'm so impressed by that.
He said that he could barely get it off. He was sitting there, like, tugging at it because he hadn't worn it in so long. Like, his finger just wasn't used to having it on.
That's kinda crazy that he never wears it and he just decided to
That's
wear it
the
there.
thing. Yeah, and mom, like, almost gave up looking for it because she couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, well, who cares?" But yeah. So, but it also, like, everyone was kinda giggling and they were laughing. It, lightened the mood a little bit because everyone
Yeah.
was just so emotional.
That's so
So, it was so funny. But yeah, he dropped the wedding, and, like, after the wedding ended, everybody was up there searching on the ground.
Did they
Luckily, it
find
was
it?
his band and not hers, although, because I feel like hers would have been more expensive. Yeah, they found it, but
No,
it was
hers would
still
have also, like, your dad couldn't have really done that with her ring, you know?
right, too. Yeah, like, she would have been it would have fallen off her finger, like, "What's going on?" But yeah, it was so funny. And me and mom, as soon as it fell, we just looked at each other, like, we knew. Something was bound
That's
to go
so
wrong.
funny.
So yeah, it was
I
it was
can't
pretty
wait.
good.
I can't wait to see pictures from this wedding.
They've already gotten, like, a few that I've seen on social media, and they were beautiful.
I
Stunning. Her
haven't
dress
seen 'em.
was perfect. It was just so simple, and the back of it was so pretty. She just looked amazing, so
Of course.
of course she did. She's
I'm
a cutie
excited to
patooter.
see the pictures. I'm gonna look them up after this. As I mentioned,
Fine.
I've just been so busy with my memo, to turn the tables back to myself.
Right, of course, we can't talk about anything up here.
I have one other thing to say regarding rings. I have a ring on my finger,
Oh,
and it's on my right
new
hand.
episode coming soon.
It's on my right hand, please take note. But I did wanna get it to fit my let me give the backstory. I haven't talked about this on the podcast, have I?
No.
So, my grandmama, my dad's mom, um, very incredibly, unfortunately, tragically passed away 2 years ago. 2 years? Yeah, 2022,
Holy
February
cow.
2022. I know.
Wow.
And, um, on that side of my family, there are only 3 granddaughters. Now there are, like, great-granddaughters and, in-laws and stuff, but there were only 3 of us originally, 1 from, like, each of the groups of children. And, my grandmama had a ring from her aunt who, like, kinda helped raise her, and it had 3 diamonds in it. So, she had, like, designated that she was gonna give each one of those diamonds to each of her granddaughters when they turned 18. Well, my 2 older cousins are, like, considerably older than me. They're, like, in their 30s, which is insane to me, but because you know how I feel
Imagine
about
being 30. Like,
I'm gonna have to tell them to listen to this. Um. Anyway, so they had gotten their ring or their diamonds a long time ago, and then we just went to a jeweler, or the process was always you just went to a jeweler with grandmama and got whatever, like you get it in a necklace, whatever.
Mhm.
So one of my cousins got hers into a necklace and it's really pretty, and the other got it into a ring. And I kind of thought I would do a necklace, and it would have been really pretty. I don't know. I think anything would be really pretty, but I ended up deciding on a ring because I thought I would wear it the most as a ring because I just love rings. And you can't really tell anything about it in the video, but I wanted it to not really look like an engagement ring, so I was like, okay, what can I do to make? And it kind of still does if you just look at it like from afar. But on either side of it, I decided to get my birthstone and my grandmama's birthstone. So that's what's on here. And unfortunately, we didn't do it before she passed away, but I got to go with my aunt recently.
Aw.
We've just kind of like been putting it off, but we finally went and did it right before I moved here, and it came.
It's so cute. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
It's precious. I'm glad that you are obsessed. And you can always, like, if you want to make it a necklace later.
Yeah,
But I think that that'll be a special family heirloom that you
I
can give your
know.
daughter.
I love it.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
so
like that.
cute.
I feel like a ring to wear on your right uh ring finger is like more special than a middle finger ring. Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah, I get it.
And my ring finger and my middle finger and pointer finger are very different sizes. So,
So are mine. And mine are very crooked, may I add.
yeah, my hands are hideous right now, but
No, you have cute little baby hands.
I feel like I have paws. I feel like they look like paws.
I feel like I look like a gremlin. Like, one thing I hated about getting engaged was that my hand had to be in the photo.
Yeah.
I should have just posed like this in every picture.
Or just like a fist.
Knuckle punch. Or like,
Isn't it funny that we've decided that like this is how you show off a ring, or like this, not like fingers in?
yeah, like forget about my nails.
I kind of wish that it was like this, you know? But that looks so weird. So I understand.
Yeah, it's also like kind of uncomfortable. Whatever. But anyways, I like how our stories meshed.
I know.
The Lord of the Rings, if you will.
Everything about us has been meshing. Let's briefly tell the story of what happened last
Brief.
night.
Okay, so last night I was at work, obviously, and my friend Anthony, shout out Anthony, he also knows I have a podcast and he bullies me about it. Anyways,
We hate Anthony.
he asked if I wanted food from McDonald's because he was door dashing, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna. And then he was like, okay, well, I ordered the 13 pack of cookies, and I was like, okay, I'll be there as soon as they put it on the desk. I will be there getting one immediately. So, and this was probably like at about 11, and then he orders this whatever meal he gets, and he doesn't want his fries. So obviously, I start snacking on cookies and fries.
Meanwhile, I am in a different state ordering McDonald's fries and a cookie from DoorDash.
Cliffhanger.
Literally at the same exact time
Yeah.
at 11:30 p.m., which is
And
so insane.
right, in which he had asked me if I'd ever had them. I was like, yeah, my best friend gets them.
Obviously.
And you were literally devouring it
Does he
I
know me by
sucked.
name? Like if you said Laura Grace, would you know would he know you?
No, probably not. But like, I don't even think people know Colin's name.
I was about to say, do people know Colin's name?
He knows Colin's name, but like, usually when I talk about Colin, I just say my fiance because it's hard to
Yeah.
remember everyone's significant others,
Yeah.
their children's names. I mean, it's just a lot. So
Have you gotten over your fear of the word fiance?
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hope the wedding comes soon.
Actually, I talked about that the other night to them at work. I was like, one of the girls recently got engaged and asked her if she was cringed out.
Did she say
said
yes?
no. I was like, oh.
It's just a you problem.
So I am the problem. Whoops. Anyhow.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
But we do have a really fun episode, as always. This week, we're going to be doing the ultimate Gen Z test. It's more like a 2000s test. It's 2000s trivia. We're going to quiz each other and see how relevant we are.
As you guys know, we are card-holding members of Gen Z. I feel proud to be in Gen Z. How do you feel about it?
Oh, I feel very proud. I'm so glad I'm not a millennial.
Same. I'm kind of a millennial hater, but it's like the thing where like I say I hate millennials as a group, but like I love individual millennials,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah. So anywho, let's get to the quizzing. What do you say?
I'm so ready to be quizzed. I'm always scared that I'm gonna do. I have a fear of failure. That I'm just not gonna be good at this quiz. I hope it doesn't make me less cool.
Well, let's start with a really easy one, and let's start also very recent. This is
Okay.
really not like 2000 to 2010. Really not even 2010 to 2020. This happened in the 2020s. Okay,
Okay, cool.
but I just want to. We're gonna
COVID.
start off easy. You know?
Did you hear my answer?
Did you say Kobe?
COVID.
I thought you said Kobe, which is honestly just as sad
Yeah.
or sadder. Okay, my question is: Kim Kardashian notably dated what Saturday Night Live alumni?
Pete Davidson.
Correct.
Ding ding ding. Which was honestly a moment in time.
Yeah, that was severely iconic. I fear.
Pause. You need to. Your mic's hitting something. You need to make sure that it's not.
How about this? Can you hear this?
Nope.
How about this?
Nope.
Oh, then I don't know what it is. Anyway, I'll try to sit still.
Um. Also, Pete Davidson has dated everyone.
Everyone.
That man gets around.
Who's he with? Who's he with most recently?
Madeline Klein, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Weren't they
that does
together?
sound right. Yeah.
Phoebe. Um. Not.
Phoebe Bridgers and Paul Mezcal. And now Gracie Abrams and Paul Mezcal. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have seen that, but he was with Phoebe Bridgers, right?
I don't know. I get confused
Wait.
with Pete Davidson because he's been with
He was
everybody.
with no, he was with not Phoebe Bridgers, the girl off of Bridgerton. What was her name? The first season. Our
Yeah,
Diamond.
Daphne, but
Daphne, but I think her name is it Phoebe in real life? Possibly.
possibly. Yeah.
They were together. He's been with Madeline Klein, Kim Kardashian, Ariana Grande.
Emily Ratajkowski.
I mean,
Yeah. Ariana Grande is who set him up for all those other ones.
yeah. Yeah.
Because we heard what Kim Kardashian said about him, if you'll remember.
I'm trying to forget.
I can never forget that. That plays in my brain way too frequently.
Okay, are you ready for your first question?
I'm
It's
so
easy. If you
ready.
get this wrong, we can't be friends.
Okay.
Quoting Ariana.
I started to say.
In 2000, who starred in the live action remake of How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Sorry, someone was walking by my door.
I'm
Jim
like,
Carrey. Jim Carrey.
I'm like, our friendship is ending in about 5 seconds if you don't answer. The most iconic movie of all time.
Yeah, actually.
Maybe not all time, but like probably a top runner of the Christmas season.
I have a confession. I'm ready for Christmas movies.
Okay, so little pause in the trivia. The weather, as we know, the hurricane is coming to Florida, so we are getting torrential downpours here in Tennessee and your place of residence. So like the schools are out for flooding. It's kind of crazy here. So today has just been the ultimate gloom and doom day, but it's just been like it feels like winter. Like fall, winter, lazy, can't go outside. Make a soup. My mom made taco soup. We're gonna eat it in a little bit.
Too.
Did you?
Yeah.
What kind?
It was HelloFresh. I don't know, some random like mix of stuff. It's good though.
But yeah, it just feels like the ultimate winter month day. And I kind of like it. Like I'm gonna finish the show The Perfect Couple tonight.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's different. Like it's a murder mystery. So
is that I think that's based on a book, right?
Possibly.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Anyway.
Okay, back to the quiz.
This is another easy one, another classic from our childhood.
Okay.
Philippa Ann Sue, Leslie Odom Jr., and Jonathan Groff. This is actually a little bit more challenging because it just names the actors.
Like, I don't know any of those people.
all notably starred in what Tony-winning Broadway show?
Hamilton.
Correct.
The only
Do you know who those people played?
I only know, wait, say them again.
Philippa Sue, Leslie Odom Jr., and Jonathan Groff.
Philippa Sue. Does she play Eliza?
Yes.
The next one is Hamilton.
No.
Oh, freak.
We
What's
don't
his name?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Lynn. Okay.
I started
What
to
was
say
this person's name?
Leslie Odom Jr.
Leslie.
It's a
Is it
boy.
a man or
Man.
okay? I don't know.
Aaron Burr.
Okay, and who was last?
And Jonathan Groff is King George.
Oh, I don't know.
I was like, Hamilton is something that I was severely obsessed with, like numerous things as a child. Hamilton was probably the one that I got most obsessed with.
Our 8th grade year, that's
Yeah.
all we sang. And me, you, and Abby, shout out Abby, we had designated parts. We were the Schuyler sisters.
Yep.
And we went to Charleston, I'm pretty sure, and we sang that the entire way.
Oh my gosh, we did. We literally did.
So annoying.
Also, in 8th grade, it was the two things, just like the only two things in our lives, were Hamilton and the selection series. But didn't
Which
you
I
wait?
didn't read.
I was going to say, didn't you wait and read it later?
I read it in high school.
Yeah.
Which I loved it, but I remember Hamilton was like our jam.
Yeah. Sorry, really quick. I remember sitting in Coach Renner's class thinking, like, I'm not paying attention to what he's saying. I'm just thinking about Hamilton. Like, I remember having that thought.
That's funny. At least you were aware. Okay. In 2003, wait. I just made up the beginning of that sentence. Okay.
Okay.
2003 was when Beyonce, is it Knowles? Is that how you
Knowles.
became simply Beyonce. That was the year she released her first solo album, Dangerously in Love, after splitting from which girl group that ruled the 90s?
Destiny's Child.
Yes. That one was kind of like before our time.
It
Like,
was
we were only
before our
two,
time.
so
Yeah. That's
great
like
job.
I'd say there are a lot of people our age who don't know that.
Yeah.
Because we just
I don't
know
know if I would
Beyonce.
have gotten that one right.
Okay. I don't know. This one might be challenging. In 2001, the year of our birth, which pop singer couple attended the American Music Awards dressed in all denim?
Oh my gosh, I should know this.
I know.
They would be my muse.
You've definitely seen these pictures. Probably like on your mood board.
I'm just gonna say, this is who I get all denim vibes from. They may not even have been together at this time. Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt.
Incorrect.
Dang it, but don't you get that vibe?
I could see it, but this is like kind of a different
Were they even together then?
I don't know what years they were.
It was whatever before Mr. and Mrs. Smith came.
Yeah, so it probably was after 2001. So yeah, they were probably together then. Okay. Would be my guess. I don't know. Do you have any other guesses?
I'm just ashamed that I don't know this right off the top of my head.
I know. I think you can kind of get it. The vibe is very like Y2K, obviously, like pop people.
Is it
pop music?
Britney Spears?
Yes.
And Justin Timberlake?
Yes. Good job.
Thank
Good
you.
job using deductive reasoning.
No, I think I remembered the picture, and then
she's in like a dress. It's a dress, a strapless dress.
I'm really proud of myself.
You need
to, like, it's my comeback season.
We need to post that picture because it's like seriously iconic.
Actually, that's actually what I'm wearing to my wedding. Now that I think about it, I will be dressed in that.
It's the dress code for everyone. That's so funny.
No, don't tempt me. I will make everyone wear that.
I believe you.
Let me turn on my do not disturb real quick. Sorry, guys. Okay. Next. This next one you should get. No problemo. Also, if I butcher people's names, it's because I don't know actors and actresses' real names. Sorry. What 2000s novel by Meg Cabot, C-A-B-O-T, adapted into a film starring Anne Hathaway, introduced the world to you already know, Mia Hey, NYC teen who discovers she's actually a royal of a fictional
Isn't it
country of
isn't
Genovia.
it Mia Thermopolis?
Yeah, I think, but I was gonna butcher it, so. And you already knew.
Princess Diaries.
Princess Diaries, honestly, one of those movies they could never recreate.
You know what? We really, really, really need to have a sleepover, like, maybe, like, Thanksgiving break and watch Princess Diaries.
It's so good. It is so good.
That movie. That movie is up there with, like, Mamma Mia,
Yeah.
Legally Blonde, all
Mean
of those.
Girls.
Yes. Yes, yes.
It's so good.
Clueless. Yeah, I'm obsessed. Okay.
Okay.
Taylor Swift's first single, which was?
Taylor Swift. Like her first album?
No, her first song from her first album.
Teardrops on My Guitar?
No. Very first one. Track 1 on the debut album. You can do it. This isn't even the question. This is just like a supplementary question.
You're making it harder than it has to be. Is this shameful that I don't know?
Kinda.
Okay.
Because I know that, like, everyone, I know we love this song. Starts with a T.
Picture to Burn.
No.
No? I don't know. What is it?
It's Tim McGraw.
That was
Anyway.
her first one?
Yeah, that's track 1 of debut. And also, I guess it was
favorite one on debut. Also,
I know. It might be mine
Shame me.
too.
Actually, I deserve to be shamed. Send me hate mail right now,
Yeah.
please. I will be studying.
Swifties are coming after you. Okay.
Good.
It
I
was
deserve
released in what year? I know.
Oh.
It's hard. I probably wouldn't be able to get this, but let's think about it. How old do you think we were?
I'm going to say the first one that came to my mind, the first number that came to my mind was 2011, but I do not feel like that is right. I think
right.
it is, what'd you say?
That's not right.
I'm going to say 2007.
2006. You were close. You were really close.
Thank
I
you.
didn't think that we were that young.
I was thinking about it the other day. Like, I was looking back and I was like, dang, we were so young.
Yeah.
But I guess we just grew up. I think we grew up as she, like, was popping off, you know?
Yeah. Well, like,
She's,
Fearless was huge. And
yeah.
that was very much in our, like, we were probably like,
And
what?
our moms probably were like, oh, this is a young lady our girls can look up
Yeah.
to. And they were right.
And they were exactly right all these years later.
Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The American version of the show The Office premiered on NBC in 2005. The show takes place in which Pennsylvania city?
Scranton.
Yeah.
The Office. Have you
Easy.
ever watched The Office?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love The Office.
What? I kind of, like, maybe didn't know that. Or, like,
Really?
yeah.
I am devastated they took it off of Netflix. It was like my mindless
Background show.
right, something I didn't have to think about to watch. But if you even catch like a second of it, you'd be cracking up because it was so funny.
My dad loves it. I've never.
I could see your dad loving it.
Yeah, I've never watched it in full, but, like, I know everything that happens. Yeah.
No, like from start to finish?
Yeah.
No, neither have I.
I've definitely, like, missed episodes and stuff.
Yeah, but it's fine.
It's so funny. It really is.
If you're wanting a show like with the kind of a similar vibe,
Parks and
the
Rec.
9-9. Have you
Oh,
seen
Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah.
It's like police version of The
Jim,
Office.
my little brother Jim, if you didn't know.
I don't think I know him. I'm sorry.
He loves Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it is really funny.
Good.
That's what the that scene where they have the guys are in a lineup, and he's like, "Can you sing I Want It That Way?" And they all sing it.
Yep.
And she's, oh, 'cause the woman was in there identifying who killed her brother. That's so funny. Anyway, that's a
number 7 or something like that.
yeah,
They, like, they're all
number
damning.
7 killed my brother. It's so funny.
It is hilarious. Her, whose turn is it?
I think it's mine.
Okay.
Sorry, it just disappeared. Just one moment.
Can't say how's the weather because I've already told everyone. There's nothing to fill the space.
Before the iPhone, What fruit-inspired brand had the most popular smartphone in the industry?
What fruit-inspired brand?
Yes.
You know what I immediately thought of
What?
on iCarly?
Me
You know,
too! That's what I thought of too!
the pear
The
phones?
pear phones. And actually, I think of the pear phones very frequently. I think about that all the time.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Fruit-inspired brand?
Yeah, kinda
Is it
like
like
think away from that. Think about what phone was the biggest thing right before the iPhone.
oh, the BlackBerry.
Yeah,
Your dad had one.
forever until, like, 3 years
Yeah.
ago.
That's so funny that I remember. Those phones, if you had a BlackBerry, you were rich.
Yeah, and our like, we were too little to, like, have phones at the time.
Mhm.
Um, but my older cousins had them, and, like a pink BlackBerry with a little roller
Oh
ball
my
thing.
gosh.
Those little roller balls to control it, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Those were the coolest things ever.
Do you remember my first phone?
Hang on a second.
Everyone had iPhones, and I was over here with this phone, and it was kind of iconic. Everyone hated, like, tried to bully me for it, but I owned it.
I remember Celeste Loudy having an orange phone, but I don't think if you're gonna say it and I'll remember it. What was it?
I had a twist phone, so not a flip, it twisted. One side was an MP3 player, and the other side was a keyboard.
Okay, yes, this is definitely ringing
I
a bell.
still have it. I'll post a picture of it. Maybe I'll, like, reactivate it and get rid of my phone.
You know, I've have you seen where people, like, put their SIM card of their phone in a flip phone and just, like, bring it with them for the day so they're not on their phone?
No, I didn't know you could do that.
I was like, "That's so smart." But
Yeah.
I would want the camera, you know?
Yeah, and the bad thing about my twist phone is that MP3 player side didn't even work. But
Awesome.
it was a good fidget spinner, like, kinda thing.
Yeah.
It was really good for my mental health.
I remember, one Christmas, right when, like, iPods were a thing and my brothers were getting old enough to have phones, um, John and Will were opening Christmas presents, and they were opening at the same time. Will opened his, and it was an iPod Nano, like the tiny
Oh,
one, you
oh,
know?
yeah, I still have my pink one.
Yeah, his was white, his was, like, silver, and John saw that he got an iPod, and he goes, "This better be a phone," which is, first of all, so ungrateful. No, he was just
Literally.
he was just being, like, a kid,
Yeah.
and, he opened it, and his was crazy. It was like I think it was called a Juke, Juke, and it was like just a little column, and it slid all the way around,
Oh, I remember
and it just
those
had
were
numbers.
cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was like a
I
switchblade.
Yeah. I had my twist phone until I was a freshman in high school.
I Yeah.
Everyone had iPhones, not me. I was still twisted. Actually, I think by then I had upgraded to a flip, like
Yeah,
a
I had a
slide-up
flip.
texter.
I can't remember if I had a flip or a
Man,
slide, but
that's
yeah.
so we're aging ourselves.
My first phone it was prepaid. Like, I was just buy those cards at Walmart.
Right. The good old days, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. The subject of many recent internet memes, a 2007 episode of what Nickelodeon teen sitcom features the two title characters trapped in a newly built treehouse after forgetting to cut out a doorway? This one's hard.
Do I definitely know about it, though? Or is it, like, an obscure one?
Probably. No, you should.
It's Nickelodeon?
Yes.
Read it again.
The subject of many, I don't know why it says this. I don't haven't seen a meme about this, but a 2007 episode of what Nickelodeon teen sitcom features the two title characters trapped in a newly built treehouse after forgetting to cut out a doorway. I remember this being like an iconic episode of this show.
Okay, 2007, and
And it's a show that has two main characters.
yeah, and it's the show title is their names?
Yes.
Zeke and Luther was way later. I don't know why Zeke and Luther is
I don't
coming to
even
my
know
mind.
what that is.
It was on Disney XD. My little brother loved it. Why do I keep saying my little brother? Jim loved it. Um, Nickelodeon. Why can I not remember anything from Nickelodeon? It's not iCarly, is it?
No.
What else was on Nickelodeon? I'm trying to think of, like, the crossover episodes.
Do you want me to give you a hint?
Yeah.
It's two brothers.
Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh. Do you remember that
Obviously.
episode?
I don't.
They built a treehouse and didn't cut out a door.
That's so funny.
And, like, didn't have
The most memorable episode of Drake and Josh to me is when Josh ran over Oprah. Do you remember that?
Yeah. That show was so good.
It was so
That was a
good.
really good show.
I loved it, and it was always on during Nick at Night when
Yeah.
I would like watch it at my mama's a lot. That's like very fond memory.
iCarly, I think, was on Nickelodeon.
Mhm.
Man, Disney, nothing beats Disney and Nickelodeon when we were
Yeah,
growing up.
for sure.
Anyways,
In 2004, the Killers debuted what song that's become a cultural touchstone for millennials everywhere? And in this one instance, millennials includes me and you.
I'm about to.
The Killers.
The Killers?
That's not very helpful. I'll give you a hint. This song reminds me of a particular night that we were in Nashville while I was at my internship.
When we were in Nashville.
On Broadway.
Yeah. Is it like country?
No. It's like, I guess it's pop.
Did
I don't know.
something happen that I'm forgetting? Like something funny happened that I'm forgetting when we were in Nashville?
Like, kinda. This was kind of funny. I mean, it was kind of just like the main song of the night. You know? You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Wait, let me give you a hint.
Why am I like not? Usually I would remember stuff like this.
I'll hum a little bit of it.
Oh. That was horrific. Can you do like a not a dur. I got too distracted by the durs. It was just a bit much.
That's my go-to humming method.
No, I need a smooth hum, if you will.
Anyway. Jealousy.
Oh, yeah, that was an iconic song. Jealousy.
What's it called?
Dirtas fit more than a although if you would have hummed it, I would have probably known it. Mr. Brightside.
Yeah.
That is such a good song also. We'll never go out of style.
Love that song.
I'm sorry that I failed to remember.
It's okay, I forgive you.
Songwriters Haley Williams and Josh Farrow were added as writers on Olivia Rodrigo's song Good For You, after listeners pointed out the similarities between the song and what band's 2007 hit Misery Business. This one's hard.
Is it the band that Haley Williams is in?
I don't know, you tell me.
Isn't she in... I might be about to get this wrong.
It's okay.
Paramore?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She is in Paramore. And that is the correct
remember.
answer. I remember when that whole album came out, everyone was like kind of in shock at the similarities between all the songs. But I think that was the purpose.
Yeah, didn't she like sample a bunch of songs?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And everybody, yeah, I remember everybody kind of being
We were like fired up. I was like, no,
Yeah.
I think we're missing the point.
I think we're missing the whole point. What is Paris Hilton's catchphrase that was captured many times on The Simple Life?
I have a Paris Hilton catchphrase question. Is it that's hot?
Yeah. Have you? I've never
I
watched.
had that question to ask you.
Oh.
Just a different way. My question was going to be... Actually, wait. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just saw it. But I wouldn't have known that answer if I didn't just see that question.
Oh, yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Each year, October 3rd is celebrated as a holiday by the fans of what 2004 film, since it's the day that Jonathan Bennett's character Aaron Samuels asks the protagonist, "What day is it?"
Am I looking for the movie?
Yes.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls. An iconic line.
Iconic
Millions
movie.
of TikToks will be made just in a few short days. Maybe we should make one ourselves.
Wait, we totally should. It didn't register to me that October 3rd was soon.
Yeah, I was at work last night and I had to fill something out and like click up the date and it hit 10 for the month and I was like, Holy cow, October is next week.
I know.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna be
It's
23.
It's the month of your birth.
I know. And my brother just turned 25. Not even my oldest brother turned 25. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
My sister will be turning
27?
27. She's 3 years from 30.
Wait, I don't like that at all.
And that's terrifying. 3 years from 30?
Yeah, no.
That math just doesn't feel right to me.
No.
Dang.
No, that's gonna mess with me a little bit.
Like when
She's
my sister turns 30, I'm gonna feel old through her.
definite. No offense, Addison. Definitely.
Well, your brother's the same exact age.
I know. I always feel like Addison's so much older though, but she's like 6 months older, if that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because John's birthday's in March.
Yeah.
No, she's like 5 months old.
3
Anyway,
years from 30.
This is a very similar question.
Okay.
What movie is this quote from? It's not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
Legally Blonde? No. I have no idea, actually.
You don't?
I know the quote.
I'll give you the full
Let me think
quote.
on it. Let me think. See, this is why I'm bad at trivia, is like, I just can't pinpoint the specifics.
You might not have actually seen this movie, but I know you know the quote.
No, what's your idea of
A Perfect Day. Yeah.
Am I right? Okay.
Yeah.
What movie is that?
It has Sandra Bullock in it. I know you don't know names, but
I do know who Sandra Bullock is. Because I almost asked you a question about her.
yeah.
Is it? I don't know. What is it?
Miss Congeniality.
I've never seen that movie.
You need to watch it.
That is a confession, and I know that I'm a terrible person for that, so I don't even feel bad for missing that question. I know the iconic line, but I've never seen the movie, and I'm ashamed.
You really need to see the movie. It's really good.
I hope that everyone sends me so much hate mail, my mailbox is overflowing. I feel ashamed. I've made some mistakes, I'm aware. Okay. The last one was the simple name of the final episode of what TV series that ended its 10 and final. Why didn't it say it's 10? Why didn't it say it's 10th?
Typo.
And final season in 2004.
Friends.
You may not know this. Oh, dang. Good job.
I only know because they're all like the one that,
Yeah, the last one.
It's really sad, actually.
Actually.
Okay. What was the first single that Lady Gaga ever released? This one you kind of just have to take a guess. I wouldn't know this, but it was. I'll give you some hints. It was very crucial to our childhood, both the song itself and a game that was named
Poker Face?
after the song. No, but that's a good guess.
A game named after the song Lady Gaga.
That was really like this game was like pivotal to our childhoods. You will definitely agree once you figure it out. It was on the Wii.
Oh no.
We would do this like at every sleepover ever. Like
one of her
in middle school.
dances?
No, the song name is also the name of.
Oh, Just Dance.
Yeah.
I was sitting here like, oh no, I'm not gonna know a Just Dance song that was on there.
No, it's Just Dance.
No, it's Just Dance. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. No, Just Dance, we wore that game out.
We did.
One thing we did was Just Dance.
Yeah.
That's all we did.
If Just Dance had 0 fans, we were dead.
Yeah. Still dead to this day. We were just dancing in high school.
We were. Just Dance is like a crowd pleaser. It's so fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, I just remembered something. Remember when we would do like the Just Dance workout things in your living room?
Yes. Yes. And I also remember in high school we had Celeste like a little birthday celebration and everyone came over and we just danced.
We just danced frequently.
This one's kind of tough.
Okay.
Fun fact. This one's tough. Founded by an Australian surfer in California who longed for the soft sheepskin boots of his youth, what American boot brand took off in 2003 after being featured as one of Oprah's favorite things?
I know this answer. And the only reason I know it is because the surfer part. Is it UGG?
Yes. UGG.
I only know that because in the What We Said podcast, which is the podcast that I'm always plagiarizing when I accidentally say, "Welcome to the What We Said podcast."
Yeah.
Chelsea and JC talked about how they always wear their platform Uggs and they live in California, and they say, well, they were made by surfers for the beach. So
Right.
that's why I know
Which
that.
I didn't know. It's kind of odd. You wouldn't think boots for the
I
beach, but
know. I
they
guess
know something we don't.
it gets cold at the beach too.
I guess so.
This is very topical to your life right now. What 2007 device were people convinced would kill the print industry? You kind of just have to take a guess.
This is to my life?
Yes. It is
The
this is
Oh,
something,
the Kindle?
yeah,
I love my Kindle.
the Amazon Kindle. But I didn't really realize that Kindle was always Amazon. Did you?
No, I didn't. But until I got a Kindle.
And it's like all
And
Amazon based.
right. And it's just kind of like a little bit, you know. You have to either buy or you can get the Libby app,
Yeah.
which you can rent, but it's
So,
only for like 2
is
weeks.
it through Audible?
What?
Like, is it like Libby or Audible? Or can you just get apps on it?
No, I have like the Libby app on my phone, and then I connected my Kindle to my Libby account. And you can rent audiobooks off of there. I'm pretty sure. I haven't done an audiobook. I've only done. And also I don't get why there's not unlimited like
Copies?
electronic
Yeah.
books. But you have to like put in a request for them sometimes.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Like, why are we out of stock to something that's on the internet?
Yeah. Like we can both have it pulled up at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah. So I don't have any more questions.
Okay.
I'm done. Do you?
I'll ask like one more, maybe.
Okay. Is this my redemption story?
Yeah,
Being a
but I'm afraid you're gonna
complete
get
idiot?
wrong, so I actually might go to an easy
No, give me the hard.
one. Okay. I just
I'm
don't
already
know.
down bad. I can't get any
I just don't know
lower.
if you've seen this movie. It's a
What
movie.
The answer is?
The answer is a movie. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a movie. In National Treasure, what 18th century letters do they have to reference to decode a cipher? Have you ever seen National Treasure? You haven't?
No.
You,
I'm telling you, I haven't seen so many classic
you
movies.
actually have to watch
I
National
need
Treasure.
someone, and it's like I'm willing to watch them. I just haven't. What
Okay.
is it?
It's the Silence Do Good letters. It doesn't mean anything to you if you haven't seen the movie.
I was gonna
Okay,
say.
here's an actual easy one to end on. Which supernatural romance film franchise underwent a huge renaissance in the early 2020s? This has to do with people who sparkle and people who
Sparkle?
are very pale.
Vampires?
Yeah. The book series.
Twilight?
Yeah.
Did you say 2020?
Yeah, it says which supernatural romance film franchise underwent a huge renaissance in the early 2020s. I actually didn't read the whole question before I said it was easy. I thought it was going to be something about vampires. That
Yeah,
wasn't
I mean,
it.
that's what I mean. Anyone pale, I'm thinking Twilight, but I didn't know they had a resurrection in 2020.
I didn't really either know that.
I'm glad they did.
Me too. Happy for them.
This was fun, but I always feel stupid after trivia because I am stupid.
No, this is like you just haven't seen the movies, you know?
Yeah, it's just I'm uneducated.
In pop culture.
My dog is currently at the front door jumping to get in this place. My mom's trying to keep
She's
her outside to be
excited.
quiet because she wreaked havoc over our last episode.
I loved
She was
her.
crazy.
She was the star of the show.
Oh, thanks. Whatever.
Okay.
Anywho, I hope that you all played along with our little game. Hopefully, you got some of the questions right. But if you didn't, literally don't feel bad. We're in this together. Me and my little dummies.
Not me, though.
Okay,
Stay
whatever.
safe out there, guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put out an education course. We'll get educated, guys. Also, really quick before we sign off, we have something so exciting in the works.
Yeah.
And we've never had anything exciting in the works.
We're not gonna say what it is, are we?
So no.
Yeah.
Gosh, no.
We
But just know
we've
something's cooking.
never had anything quite this exciting in the oven, but it is.
No. Let us cook, literally.
Seriously. Just a few more
I think you
weeks,
all are gonna be
guys.
blown away.
Me too.
You better be. Watch it flop. We're gonna speak live.
It still could happen, you know.
It definitely could. But anyway, so stay tuned for something super exciting. And then finally, we'll be back in person in the stewed this upcoming week.
Yay!
I need to go get the cobwebs out of that place.
I'm so excited to see our sign again and Mabel.
No, I'll be here too.
And
Oh,
you.
cool. All right, guys. I may or may not show up next week. So
Solo episode at Mallie's house.
yeah. Like, and Mallie's just, and I'm in the background, like, steaming.
Reading your Kindle.
Yes. Okay, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Hopefully, you all are feeling smarter than a Gen Z.
Not that hard.
No. We'll see you all next week. Live in person. Can't wait. Meet you there. See you Friday. See ya. Love ya.
Bye.